Hi there, everybody. I'm Sharon Waxman, the founder of TheWrap and WrapWomen, and welcome to the Power Women Summit 2021. So first of all, we made it. We're here. Second of all, after nearly 2 years of COVID, we are all a little older, a little kinder, and a little more determined to make every day count. Our theme this year is Represent, because amid the turmoil of a pandemic, we know that we still need to move forward with intention toward an industry with more gender balance and that has representation of all the diverse richness of the talent in our midst. Since we've launched the summit in 2018, we've gathered every year to celebrate the progress that's been made. And even amid the disruption to media and entertainment, there are things to celebrate. So for one thing, the Motion Picture Academy nominated 2 women in the Best Director category this year for the first time. Chloe Zhao for Nomadland and Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Women. And as you know, Chloe became the first Asian woman to ever win Best Director, while her film went on to win Best Picture. And then at the Emmys, we had the most diverse field of nominees in history. Although no person of color won any of the major acting awards, but MJ Rodriguez was the first trans woman ever nominated for a lead actress role at the Emmys. And we had big movies like Black Widow this year and Wonder Woman 1984 last year. These were big budget projects with women directors and female stars. And we continue to see more women and more women of color rising to positions of power, whether that's Channing Dungey at Warner Brothers Television or Io Davis, who's taking the reins of Disney-branded television. These are not small things. According to UCLA's Hollywood Diversity Report for 2020, which compares the diversity of casts, directors, and writers with the diversity of American audiences, so women made up 48% of lead actors and 41.3% of overall casts in the top films of 2020. Of course, women are about half of the population, so we're pretty close. In 2020, nearly all of the films with a female director also featured a female lead, 95%. Films that were directed by minorities had the highest level of diversity in their casts. About 78% of films directed by people of color featured minority leads. That's the good news. But women made up just 26% of film writers and just 20.5% of directors. Combined, minority groups were 25% of directors and just 26% of film writers in 2020. We are going to continue to report these numbers at this event every year because we continue to expect progress, even as we continue to expand the very definition of what it means to represent all of us. Over 3 very full days of this summit, you will experience inspiration along with doses of reality. You will find mentorship and friendship, and you will remember the power that comes from sharing our passion to drive inclusion. I want to thank the many entertainment and other companies that are supporting this event, and welcome those who are joining as our sponsors for the very first time. We couldn't do it without you. And I want to thank our tireless team who brought together more than 90 speakers from across Hollywood and media and beyond for this unique gathering. Finally, I'd be remiss, I have to tell you all about 2 incredible contests we have this year. One for short films brought to you by Stars, and another to pitch a new feature project into a development process at Lifetime. Thank you to those partners. We had 500 films submitted to the Telling Our Stories short competition. So you can view the finalist films on the Power Women Summit Marketplace and tune in to a panel with our finalists tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we'll be featuring the Lifetime Pitch Fest, so you can be sure to tune in for that as well. So last week, WrapWomen brought together the speakers and honorees of the Power Women Summit for a live program in Los Angeles to celebrate these industry changemakers. During that event, Janine Jones-Clark, who is the Executive Vice President of Inclusion for Talent and Content at NBC Universal, joined us and gave a keynote address. I'm so impressed with all the work Janine is doing at NBC Universal to pave the way for the next generation of a more diverse Hollywood. Speaking of the next generation, I'm excited to introduce to you this year's Voice of the Future Award recipient, Paxton Smith. Earlier this year, this Texas high school valedictorian went viral after she threw out her graduation speech and instead spoke out against the state's newly passed abortion law. Last week, during the Power Women Summit live event, we honored Paxton with this award. We have an exciting rest of the day planned too. You will get to hear this afternoon from the directors of Respect, The Handmaid's Tale, Only Murders in the Building, and Cinderella. You'll also get to hear from the showrunners behind Impeachment, Power, Sex Life, and more. On top of all that, we also have a next-gen roundtable, which includes the star of Reservation Dogs, Devery Jacobs, and the actress Zoe Luna from Dear Evan Hansen, and a whole bunch more. For on-demand access to all of these panels, you just need to visit WrapWomen.com. You can click on the Power Women Summit and see them again if you liked them the first time. Enjoy.